Yo, what is going on, you guys? It is your boy Shermaine, aka Terry McGinnis, coming at y'all with some Titanfall today. And if this ends up being the only video that I upload to YouTube before Christmas, I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to each and every one of you, and to whatever you choose to celebrate. I hope that you all have a wonderful time, and please enjoy yourself responsibly. Now, what I wanted to talk about in this video is complacency in video games. And believe me, I am just touching on the subject. Okay, let me reiterate that. Let me emphasize what I just said. I am going to scratch the surface of this topic because I do not want to go super in depth. That will take a very long time. That could be a very long podcast topic or a fucking paper you will write in college. It is a extensive topic to talk about, and I only want to talk about it for just a little bit in this video. I might do some more videos on it. I'm not sure, but I just want to talk about it a little bit. Now, complacency in any walk of life, in any field, really is the enemy of innovation. If you are happy with where you are, even though you're nowhere close to your maximum potential, you know, the ceiling, then it really doesn't matter what anyone says to you. You're gonna stay there. You're just not gonna give a fuck. You're gonna stay there. And look, I'm not here to judge anybody, not at all. If you're happy with where you are, if you're so happy to be on the bottom of the totem pole, middle of the totem pole, or top of the totem pole, hey man, that's all you. Do what you gotta do. It doesn't matter to me. Live how you want to live. But when it comes to video games, this is very different. It's a very bad habit and behavior to pick up. It really is. And it's very prominent throughout the gaming community as gamers and as developers. A prime example with the gamers is how the fuck has Call of Duty managed to stay on top of sales every single year? People buy that shit like it's fucking water. You know what I'm saying? So that in and of itself should tell you that gamers all around the world really don't give a fuck what's in the Call of Duty as long as they get new maps, new guns. You know, I mean, you know how the fucking thing goes. I mean, everyone here has played Call of Duty at some point and know how the formula works. So it's out there, definitely. And again, Call of Duty is really easy to pick on. You know, the developers and Activision itself have clearly displayed their business models of pretty much staying the same and sticking to the formula, because the problem is they have no reason to be worried. And without no worry, then there's no need to change too much, that's the problem. That's the root of the problem for them. But so, you know, I found this little blog. It's not necessarily a research article or some shit like that, but you know, some of the shit up in the article, I was like, okay, you know, that's a decent point. You know, you can kind of apply that to you know, to other walks of life, because what I found is not about gaming. It's just about business in general. So, like, one of the first paragraphs that I really like, it says, the challenge for successful companies is to keep the tread line moving in the right direction. This is usually done by a strategic mix of incremental innovation, called renovation, with the existing products, extending existing products into new markets, and new products for existing markets. Now, when I'm reading these, I just want you to kind of like rephrase this in gaming, in the gaming context, and it'll be pretty easy, and you'll start to understand a little bit more of what this is actually telling you. So, continuing, occasionally companies can be suppressed and blinded by delivering the existing strategy at the same incremental growth in every single quarterly earnings statement. Now, if you would just substitute quarterly earnings statement with like new releases, new games, or something like that, they try to avoid upsetting the apparent successful trend line. This can lead to avoiding risky innovation. So obviously that means companies, developmental companies, are not going to take a step out of the comfort zone. They're not going to try something that has never been seen before in the franchise. Maybe take something that they already have and just do it in a different way that makes it appear new, but in reality it's not much different from what was previously done before. Now, it's important to remember that there's a clear distinction between creating and innovating. A game developer can create a game every single year, but if next to no innovation is done, let's say 90% or 10% new, then it's hardly a new product. So two major problems that a lot of long-time franchises, you know, the ones that have been here for a while, face is getting out of that rut of doing the same old shit, which is kind of what we talked about, staying in that same spot and not really having to worry about anything because there's nothing to be worried about. There's always going to be those people that are going to buy it and keep refueling the franchise. And then they decide, you know what, we really don't have to do a whole lot because it's obviously working if we're getting fucking $20 million every year and shit like that. And the other problem is innovating enough to bring in new people while staying fundamentally true to the franchise, to the game itself, so that way the OGs don't leave. And it's important to remember that we as gamers can't be complacent either. You can't be satisfied with the same shit slapped in front of you every year with 90% of it being old and 10% of it being new. Go out, seek those genuinely new experiences that games have to offer. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Charmaine and I'm out. Peace. Have a good day.